just getting a sense of I don't want to say urgency, but the time is now for bringing forward a cleaner slate in our mind for our evolution, for everything that's on the precipice, for everything that keeps coming knocking on our door saying, you've been here, you've done it over and over and over. Maybe it's a time to go to the next reality. Maybe it's a time to bring more light into the room that you walk into. Whatever the time is, we want to become more present, that our life is a mirror of our mind. Our reality is a mirror of our mind. Everybody is put in our lives as a reflection of our mind for us to know where we are on our journey, to heal ourselves. It is not about them. It is not. Ho'oponopono, right? It's about us healing it in ourselves, and they will be fine. They will always be fine. I want to talk about the powers of thought forms, and Hobby's going to share a story. This reality is our thought form. So as you walk into spaces, you have the choice to be present and bring in the love into that space. But we get distracted with life. We're always distracted with things we got to do, places we got to go, work, family, our house, our bills. Just we're so busy, our spiritual journey. Like there's a lot. And so Karen said to me yesterday, she says, life is a walking meditation, isn't it? I said, gosh, it can be, right? If I am walking and she said, I said, how does that look for you? She goes, well, when I'm walking, wherever I go, I pay attention to my breath. I'm always paying attention to my breath because it keeps me present. And then whoever I'm talking to, she can be present for. Beautiful. And so I thought about that. I went to Pete's the other day, I go in there and I ordered it. I walked in, and of course we're in a hurry. Always when you're in a hurry. So I'm impatient. I'm already impatient. I've got my mind going 3 other places. This lady's waiting for us, blah, blah, blah. So I go in, order it, and I'm there for literally 13 minutes. I looked at my phone, and when I ordered it, it said 13 minutes. And everybody's coming in and ordering and getting their drink and leaving. And I'm really trying to be patient, but I'm getting upset. I mean, not upset, but like impatient. So I go over to the guy that's making the drinks, and I said, hey, do you see a drink? I don't mean to interrupt you, but do you see a drink for Tisha back there? And he looks down, and it's sitting in front of him. He forgot to take it around and put it on the shelf. And he goes, yeah, here. And what I could have done as a present, loving, beautiful being was said, hey man, no worry. I didn't say anything derogatory, but in my mind I thought, yeah, thanks for the blow off on my coffee that's now cold that I spent $7 for. It's like lukewarm, and it's a $7 drink and I'm out the door. And so in my mind, that is what's going through my head, is this whole experience. And then I got in the car and I'm drinking it. It's delicious, even though it's cool. And I could have walked in there and just sat there and watched my breath and brought love and light into this space. To this man that is so busy, he's way more distracted than I am. And his whole job is based on how we feel about him all day. He's getting thought forms shot to him from all different directions of how people feel about him. And he's just taking it in, good and bad, right? And it's going into our drink. It's all symbiotic. We are all one. So so I really want to bring home that life is a walking meditation. That we can bring in love and bring blessings to everyone all day that we experience. Do you know how quickly that we will evolve our vibration? We will also face things inside of us that we need to clear because they're going to come to the surface. It's that whole percolating thing. So just know that as we're on this journey and we're asking to clean up our mess and clean up our minds to be more love for everyone, for ourselves and the world, stuff's going to come up to face, but that's okay. Your guides want you to face it. You're being supported. You are being held with so much love through all those times.
Yeah.
So thought forms, when we have a thought, they're being created immediately. They are and everyone is being affected in the room. And it's all being held in a ledger, an akasha. Everything that you do is being counted in record keeping. And our guides are just working off our records and helping us with every lifetime to experience what we need to keep evolving to be more love. Hobby is going to share a story with how real that is. It's so amazing. Go ahead, Hobby.
The story that that Tisha wants me to share, but after meditating and watching sunrise like I do every morning and being in a really positive state, feeling very connected, you know, asking to feel love and be love and share love, all of that. I like to walk along and integrate some of that when I'm able to on this rock wall, this jetty at the marina where I go and watch. And I'm walking and I'm towards sort of the ending part of this walk. It's about 2 miles if I do the whole thing. And I'm walking by this guy who's like, looks like a very masculine gentleman, a little bit older than me. I would say probably 60, walking a dog. And he's walking very confidently. In fact, in my perception, more than confidently, he's walking like he's just the guy. He's walking by and he's walking his dog. And usually I'll like chat with people or say hi or make eye contact or not, like not engaged, whatever it might be. But this guy kind of stood out to me just a little bit as like, he was just trying to be this or that. And I had this impulse, which is something that I had shared with Tisha, like younger men with a lot of testosterone would have when you see another male. And it's like, I could take that guy. I could totally take that guy. Like, absolutely. And you don't necessarily do anything about it, but you're just like, oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. So anyway, I had that kind of feeling, and I actually went into a visualization around that feeling, and I saw myself like doing what I had done when I'm a younger person. Like, I know how to do it. Like, you'll see football players when they're playing and they hit somebody a certain way with their shoulder, just with the amount of force that you might to just knock them over. So not wrapping up and making a tackle, but you're just like a hockey player would or like a football player. You dip your shoulder and you just knock that guy like you're blasting through a wall, and that person's just feels the effect of it. And so
And what is the effect of that? Like the flying backwards, like falling,
yeah,
right?
just falling, that person's like on the ground. And I'm like, whoa, that was kind of just weird that I thought that. Well, sure enough, I turn around and that man has fallen to the ground within like seconds.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
on the ground. I turn around because there's another person. I had passed him, you know, having that visualization. I turn around on the path and there's another man like, hey, are you okay? Like helping him, trying to help him up. And he's like, kind of, oh yeah, I'm okay, in this kind of ego way. Like, I would never fall down, like, you know. And I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, be careful what you think, Steve. And that was like the lesson was like, whoa, thoughts. Like, I know thoughts are powerful. And I feel like a lot of times I'm manifesting things, co-creating within the universe almost instantaneously. I do feel that a lot, but this was one where for whatever reason, I had to have that experience just to show me the power of some of that. And it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Powerful story, right? When he shared that with, I was like, oh, this is a group conversation. This is how powerful we are. And I think probably, has anybody else had any kind of, Barb, you want to share? I got to hear.
I had a weird, this week has been like crazy. But the little share is, so we had to rent a car. So I have like the garage door opener and the key lock and like all of his stuff crammed in my purse. And so we get home with this car after doing errands. And my husband he's like, I'm just going to pull in so I can get, because this is like a Beluga car. It's like a Maxima, whatever, I don't know. And we pulled into the garage and it's like the tail is sort of like if the garage door were to come down, it would hit it.
Mm.
And in my thought, I said, that's not a great idea. And as I'm walking through the door, so all this crap, like I'm carrying stuff from Costco and we're going through the door and he's headed to do whatever he needed to do while the car was where it was. And all of a sudden the garage door starts going down. And I'm like, he looks at me like, ah, like, you know, I feel like accused, like, is you accused, you know, like, and I said, I didn't do anything. And it turns out that whatever got, like the door got bumped inside the door clicker, inside my purse got bumped and the door went down. And I'm thinking, okay, that was instant. I had this thought. And then of course it was like, I had to go through like, ooh, I'm in denial. Like, I'm like, I got accused. So there's like, you got to clear that. Oh, it's your fault, you know? And it's like, I didn't do anything. And, you know, there was no damage to the car or anything. We stopped it, but it was instantaneous. That was like one of those that, you know, it's nobody, no harm, no foul. It's not, you know, some big deal, but it's like every single thing you think. Because I was kind of, I think, a little bit snippy about like, you know, judging like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. You know, like kind of putting it out there like, that's a stupid idea. Because automatically like reflexes to like hit that garage door, close as you walk in the house. And darn if it didn't happen.
Thank you. Instantaneous. I love it. It's just, it helps us. Everything that we face, we just know it's something to celebrate and or clean up, you know? That's all it is. Nothing happens to us. Everything happens for us.